Some of the most extraordinary images of this day have come from Atlantic City and points along the New Jersey shore. That is where Action News reporter Dan Cuellar has been all day, bringing us some of those images. He is live on the phone right now. And Dan, you've got some new information on conditions there.
Right, Brian. We are under a safe place here in the carport of the Trump Plaza, and we're seeing the winds have picked up tremendously once again, and we're seeing stuff flying all over the place. Pieces coming off roofs of some of these casinos. Somebody forgot to take the flags down in front of the Trump Plaza. There are no longer any flags. They have been ripped. We have witnessed them being ripped to shreds with these new winds that just came in within the hour. In addition, the big red sign on top of the Trump Plaza tower being torn apart literally in front of our eyes. Just pieces of the sign, the red plastic being torn to shreds and coming down below. I mean, these winds have really picked up again. You remember earlier I was talking about how it seemed like we had a lull in the storm. The winds had died down. There was no rain but a fine mist, and we had an occasional gust here and there, but it seemed to have died down. Now here again, they've come back up tremendously, and it's just amazing to see just whatever is being torn apart of some of the rooftops from some of these casinos that is coming down, raining down below on the streets. We hear large bangs, large pops of whatever's coming and, ripping off on some of these rooftops. But it has gotten substantially crazy here in Atlantic City tonight, Brian. The rain, though, it stopped for the most part. We do have like a fine mist like we had earlier. But for the most part, the torrential downpour that we had earlier during the day, throughout the day, has gone down considerably. Now, I was talking earlier about the firefighters who've been out relentlessly going, from street to street, trying to see if anyone wants to get out, because some people decided that they wanted to stay after all. They were going to ride it out. They've ridden many of these things out, but they just didn't anticipate that it was going to be as bad as this one is. So some of them realized it was a bad idea, and they were leaving with the firefighters. Firefighters were picking some of them up on backhoes that were riding, because they were the only vehicles high enough to get into some of these streets. The fire trucks weren't even high enough to get into some of these streets. But that is pretty much the situation here. I mean, it is bad again, fellas. It is bad again here in Atlantic City tonight.
And Dan, those images are just incredible to look at. And I wonder if you can share with us, you talk about those people who stayed behind and certainly the emergency crews. We did hear from Governor Christie earlier today, who said that the crews there would not be responding to emergencies because it's simply not safe to do so after 4 o'clock this afternoon. And Governor Christie was also very disappointed in those people who stayed in shelters, even though the mayor of Atlantic City apparently allowed that to happen. What is the latest on those people who decided to shelter in place there in Atlantic City? Are they gone now? Have they been taken elsewhere?
No, as far as I know, they're still there because the island, the water has cut off us from the barrier. I mean, the water's now kind of made the island a moat, so you can't get off the island right now. Some photographers from other stations we run into said they were trying to get back to the mainland, but they couldn't because the expressway, the entrance to the expressway, is shut down from the high water down there. The Sheridan, where some of the emergency management people were staying, that was like a moat situation, too. You couldn't even get into the Sheridan, which had been open earlier to reporters. So that's the situation. The Sheridan right now, the one I'm talking about, the one right there by the convention center. So that will familiarize people with where I'm talking about. But that is the decision that was made by officials here to keep them here on the island on shelters, and that's what they're having to live with right now and contend with.
Wow, Dan. So people pretty much are stuck, those who have chosen to stay in shelters. Dan, Charlene here, and I noticed that you've been a busy man. You've been tweeting photographs, and I've noticed that a lot of people are reacting to the pictures that they have seen. It's very depressing for a lot of people to see Atlantic City like this right now. What's the overall feeling there?
Charlene, it's just devastation. People did not realize it was going to be this bad because they've seen, people, and the attitude they take is, oh, they're crying wolf again. We'll ride this out. And then they realize how bad it's getting, and they say, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. That has been the theme of the day, oh, my God. And then what are you going to do? Because it's too late now. All they can do is take you to higher land and take you to one of the shelters that's out here that they've set up. I mean, but you can't get off the island right now because you're trapped, essentially. Trapped. So you're going to have to ride this out whether you like it or not. This is what, the decision that you made.
All right, Dan, many thanks for your reporting tonight and all day long.